what the cat drug in back to the studio. Hello, folks. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Renegade Chungus. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. Guys. Guys, in the chat, I noticed while it was loading, WeView in the chat. That's WeView. That's Rowan, guys. That is a real Ukrainian soldier, not foreign volunteer, not someone who fundraises or aids. That is a real Ukrainian soldier in the chat. In the chat, guys, show him some love. We got our own Rowan emoji here. Show him some love. Hey, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hey, thank you for all the warm wishes. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Good to be back. We're going to do a little West Coast countdown, guys. A little West Coast. So much. God, it's been a month. It's been like a month since I streamed, guys. Last stream we did, we found out, like 2 streams ago, we found out that 20 of our guys from the 14th Mechanized Brigade, the unit we've been helping, were pinned down near Kupiansk in a murder hole and couldn't get out. And we were literally droning in supplies to the men, thinking that they were never coming home to see their families. And then within 5 days of all is lost, we were getting them supplies. They were able to turn the tide in Kupiansk, push back or eliminate all the Russians in the area, retake Kupiansk, surround the rest of the soldiers that were there, and take back the city so much that President Zelensky went and paid them a visit. And there were men standing very near to the position of the men that were pinned that I got pictures of. Like, man, I recognize those guys. And we were the only group out of all foreign helpers at the time that were helping the 14th Mechanized Brigade. So, though, I mean, a very little part we did, right? The Ukrainian soldiers were the ones that put in all the work and did all of it. But we were able to support them in their efforts during a critical moment where the Russian soldiers that were there were pulled to the Pokrov's position, basically thinning their line to the point where they couldn't hold it anymore, and the line was broke. And the drone team we were helping were able to eliminate their enemy, and push them back and live to fight another day. Because I got word they did not rotate out. Obviously, their fighting continued. I don't know. I haven't got an update currently, but the last time I asked, those men were not able to rotate out. And after visiting, after seeing the president there, God, I mean, yeah, of course you would want to. Those guys, some of those guys were there for 6 months, right? 6 months stuck in position. So of course you would want to get out, but they didn't rotate out. And obviously, they can't, I'm sure the line's super thin. But shout out to Paige in Kansas for helping us, fundraise for the 14th Mechanized. We're not going to stop right now. We're currently committed, to helping a new brigade that we have not helped. I don't think we've helped them before, even through Paige, but this one is through Paige. This is the 108th Brigade. All right, these guys are some badasses. They're fighting in the Zaporizhia. They're fighting for their homes. Like, these guys, they're fighting for their homes. No joke. Like, they are there. Like Red Dawn, fighting in their backyards. Like, legit fighting in their backyards. This is the 108th OBR. So what we're trying to get for them is some power banks and medical supplies. I don't have a goal yet. I know I kicked off this fundraiser like a month ago, and then dude, I couldn't do it. Like I was so busy with the kids during the holidays, guys. And I apologize. You know, I don't think I need to. You guys understand. I'm a single dad. I'm raising 3 kids. I work full time. I have 0 free time. And I'm trying to find a balance, you know, and when the holidays come, I'm dad mode. Like dad mode. 100% dad mode. Whatever we did, I had a birthday. I took my son to a birthday. We went to the city, went to Sacramento, took him to Korean barbecue. Then we went to the mall. I look over and he's got the worst pair of shoes he owns. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I could see your freaking sock. Why do you have those shoes on? Didn't even notice, because, you know, they dress themselves. I don't pay attention to that. I'm tired all the time. I'm like, get in here. We get in the store, and I'm buying him a pair of shoes at the mall, and they're $160. $160 for a pair of Vans Gore-Tex. So they were buy one, get one half off. So then his brother wants a pair, so I got him one. And then my daughter wanted a pair, so we go to the other one. She wants Air Jordans, so I end up spending $500 on shoes alone at the mall. At the mall. Because the most important, absolutely. At the mall, I spent $500 on 3 pairs of shoes while I walk past my Prada sunglasses that I will never own for $530. But yeah, we had a really good time. Korean barbecue, went to the mall. They had a blast there. And then we went up, picked up a honey baked ham for my ex-wife's side of the family, who are like my family now. It was like a $135 ham. I didn't pay for the ham. I can't afford a $135 ham. But we had that. Before that, I didn't really do presents. That was it. We went and got crumble cookies, came back home, and then straight like getting ready for Christmas mode. The kids woke up. It literally had like 6 presents underneath the tree. The tree was empty this year. Baseball gloves, some baseballs, a rock tumbler for rock hounding, because we live in a very geode heavy area, and we like rock hounding. And that was it. And they were like, Dad, what the fuck? Where are all the presents at? So I picked a number 1 through 3, because I have 3 kids. Guys, pick a number, and they all put up their hand. They picked up a different number, and it was 2. My oldest boy matched it. I'm like, go to that tree over there and dig around in it and find a piece of paper that's going to show you where we're going for Christmas. So he goes over there, he reaches in the stocking, and he pulls it out, and it's a flyer to the Great Wolf Lodge. I'm like, pack your shit, we're going. They're like, what? They were jumping around, going all crazy. Yeah, we're going. It was like tearing up my house. I'm like, go pack your shit. We're going right now. So we left on Christmas Day to the Great Wolf Lodge. It was like a 3-hour drive to Manteca. Got there on Christmas. The lady at the counter hooked us up. We got in early. So we got an entire day with room at like noon, which like check-in there is at 4. So we got like a half a free day at noon. Immediately went to the water park, because the water park's the coolest thing to do there ever. Went sliding around. They got like a bar there, and like you know, for adults, and they got like a bunch of kid shit. You got these big slides that go all the way up stories. There's like a canister, they shoot you down, you free fall into the slide and then shoot out. They have a wave pool. It's so much fun. So much fun. We spent I think we spent like 5 hours in the water park, and then we went out, we went to the buffet. They had an awesome buffet there too for Christmas. There was like salmon buffet. There was prime rib, and we just ate. Then we went upstairs, took a nap, came down, went back to the water park for another 3 hours. So the first day we spent a total of 8 hours in the water park, and I was sliding. I was having a great time. And I was burning out. Like, I was having Red Bull and vodkas just to keep up with my kids, because there's lifeguards everywhere. So yeah, after that we went back to the hotel room that night, and then we crashed. We all crashed. We got up early morning the next day, and went straight for the Magic Quest. So Magic Quest is this thing you go around with a wand and you open up like all these treasure things, you gather points around this whole lodge. It's just a big lodge, right? So we're doing Magic Quest and we found the red crystal, and my son goes back and, bless his heart, puts his magic wand up and poked me right in my freaking eyeball. Right, like gouged me in the eyeball with this fucking big plastic wand. I didn't even have time to blink. It went right into my eye. Boom! Oh! I couldn't see. Vision was gone. I'm like, oh fuck, I just lost my eye. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, he's like, sorry. I'm like, dude, just stop saying sorry. Like, we gotta go back to the hotel room. So I'm going back to the hotel room, holding my eyeball. I can't see. I'm dizzy as hell. I get up there. I go straight for the water faucet. I'm washing out my eyeball. My kid's freaking out. I'm looking at it. I can't see shit. It was just blur. Completely blurry. I thought I completely lost my vision out of my left eye forever. So I'm Googling like eye gouge. When does your eye heal? And it says within 24 hours, it should be back to normal. If it's really bad, it could take a week. If it's longer than a week, it could be permanent. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do? Kind of panicky. I'm kind of panicky. I go downstairs. I ask for a medic. They come. They're like, well, we can give you a little eye wash. And then, I'm like, well, you got an eye patch? They're like, no, we can put this weird gauze on my face. I'm like, no, just let me wash my eyes. I rinsed my eye out. And went back to the water park, had another Red Bull vodka too, and just kind of powered through it. But I was off for the entire day. I was off. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. Yeah, blonde bombshell. I immediately called my moderator and said, fuck, I'm down to one eye. And I was cooked, man. I was like so dizzy. I was kind of pissed. I was a little panicky. And then the kids are asking to buy stuff. I'm like, everybody just like knock it off. Like, I can't see. Go get your goggles. Then the goggles broke. They wouldn't refund them, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. Anyways, we went out. I powered through it. Went to the water park. Was having a good time. Yeah, we spent another 7 hours in the water park there. Rock climbing. There's like an arcade. A whole bunch of cool stuff. And I made it through. My eye recovered the next day. It still hurts, and it's still a little fuzzy when I look all the way over this way. But for the most part, the vision, it's just a little off. But it's returning, so I can see now. I was able to drive home. We spent 3 days there, and it was pretty amazing time. Pretty amazing time. Yeah, and so I got back, and I just been kind of in a daze right now. So after that water park, like I really felt kind of just been tired and kind of out of it and brain fatigued and everything. So I started my New Year's resolution early, like right when I got home. Okay, we're doing healthy living. I'm changing my lifestyle, changing, cutting out alcohol, cutting out energy drinks. Time to refocus on the YouTube channel that I put it off this entire month. And not out of will. I just didn't have the energy, kind of feeling shitty, kind of feeling down because, it's the holidays. The holidays are always rough on me. I always end up drinking a little more, taking care of myself a little less. So I decided I'm just going to reverse Uno Reverso course and head the other way and start repairing. So it's been detox teas, a lot of me time, hanging out with the kids, watching bedtime stories at night, and just reinventing, refreshing for the whole new year. Because I want this new year, I'm going to set the tone early. We're going to hit this new year out pretty good. I want to set it with a good positive tone. Highly focused on fundraising. Really want to do that. Highly focused. I really want to start growing the channel. I might even double the platforms. I'm thinking I'm going to make a Kick account and actually go off a Kick as well. So I might even reinvent the entire name of the channel. I've been talking about that for half a year now, and I haven't came up with a really good one yet that I'm comfortable switching to. But I figure if I'm going to do it, it's going to be in the first month of the New Year's. So stay tuned for that. Lots of big changes going on. Yeah, that's what I got on that. Yeah, so we're going to continue to help the 108th. in the meantime, that's where I've been, guys. That's where I've been. I haven't gone away. I really want to grow the channel more. So guys, keep liking, sharing it out, subscribing if you hadn't. Memberships are open. I'd really not like super chats or anything, but if you guys want to do memberships, we're going to kick it off pretty hard this next year. But the primary focus is going to be fundraising. Thinking about picking up a Car for Ukraine fundraiser come Easter time as well. I'll probably circle back to them. I know they're big ones for our little channel, but we'll see what we can do. Here's more of the 108th, and also the 103rd, I believe, is involved in this as well. There's 2 battalions, 108th Brigade, 103rd Battalion, and there's another battalion too. I don't have the number off the top of my head, but it's 2 battalions of the 108th we're going to be supporting through winter, through Page. So this is a 501c3. Let's see if I got some more badass pictures of these guys. Right here. Then they are definitely in the Zaporizhia area, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the Zaporizhia area. We're not going to cover that on this stream. I want to cover things on this stream while we count down that haven't really been covered, like weird, kind of wild, funny stuff. I know this whole year has been like completely overran with, of course, the largest war in Europe since World War II, the largest war I've seen in my lifetime, and probably, I mean, the largest war most of us have seen in our lifetime. Rowan, I wish everyone peace, harmony, and love. Thank you, bud. Thank you. We're going to continue to support Ukraine with everything we got. That's the plan. We're going to get this done. We're going to get over with. We're going to see victory at some point. Hearing about all these peace deals and negotiations, it's a show. We all know what the evil empire is about. They need to be defeated kinetically. So we're going to make sure we can provide necessary humanitarian aid to whoever needs it. Whoever needs it. Right now, 108th is on the list. They need power banks. They need medical supplies. Also, guys, I watched 2,000 yards to Andriivka. 2,000 meters to Andriivka. Guys, that was a powerful movie. Trigger warning. It gets really brutal. But it shows you like how desperate these men need medical supplies. It's super important. Medical supplies are super important. Because they burn through them so quick. Like these men are getting injured like every day on the battlefield in one way or another, whether it be through shrapnel, wounds, sickness, even not having socks. Like these men need supplies. They burn through it quickly. So like we could help the 14th Brigade one day and they will need something the next. We could help Rowan 1 week. He's going to need something the next. And that's the nature of war. Supplies burn through quick. Equipment burns through quick. It doesn't last long. Because this is conditions like we've never faced. We've never seen before in our lifetime what these men are going through. So we're going to continue to support. That's my pitch on the fundraiser. Let's get into the articles that I have for everybody. First, I want to check on New Year's, see what's going on. I pulled up a feed. I was watching actually New Year's in Mexico. New Year's in Mexico. I wanted to trigger any MAGA lurking in the background with the Mexican New Year's. See if I can find one. We'll go back. Find a New Year's West Coast. Put it in the background. LA fireworks? That's a loop. You can't. Christmas songs. You can't fool me. I'm too smart. There we go. Put that in the background. I'll put that in the background. We get closer to midnight here. I will find a live LA if I can. I can find a live downtown LA. We'll go from there. Looks like they're partying it up in Mexico. Shit, man. It's raining in LA right now. It's been a terrible weather. Terrible weather. and in California. Lovely for me. I like the rain. Lovely to me. Let's get into the articles. Where am I? All right. So here's what I want to do. I wanted to kind of step through 12 articles that have been missed. From everything we've covered on Donald Trump, everything we've seen on the ICE raids, everything we've seen about Jeffrey Epstein, everything we've seen about the war in Ukraine, all the major news topics that have absolutely like flooded the media because they are the biggest deals. They are the most important things. And at any other moment in our life, any other time, any other moment in history, these articles will at least have made headlines and either got a laugh out of you or a what the fuck? What's really going on? Like, why are these things happening? So I just wanted to cover some weird stuff. Not war related, not really. There's a little political related, but just some weird stuff, random weird stuff. So I just wanted to go through that. Starting in January. See if we can cut the tunes here so I can focus. So starting in January of this last wonderful, or this current year, depending on when you are, it's still my current year. January, Florida school districts removed dictionaries from library shelves due to descriptions of sexual content. Yeah, I might need music for this one. This is a real thing. I'm gonna pull the article over. So we got Florida school districts pulls dictionaries. Dictionaries, guys. Too explicit, too hard for the schools in Florida. This is real too. Like, it wasn't just the Webster's dictionary. I think Ripley's, believe it or not, even got pulled from the schools. It's so, I know it's stupid, right? This is pathetic. So a Florida school district is facing a federal lawsuit after it decided to remove copies of dictionaries, encyclopedia, and other books because the works included descriptions of sexual content. So this came down from DeSantos. DeSantos was the one who started making all this happen. The Escambia County School District, located in Pensacola, Florida, removed several dictionaries and encyclopedias from school libraries after school officials determined that the books violated Florida law, HB 1069. Noise. The law signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis last year restricts access to materials containing sexual content in Florida classrooms. Dude, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. Like, you remember going through like the Macy's catalog when you're a kid and you like go past like the like the girls' laundry, you're like, oh. Like, I don't feel like that ruined me, right? I don't feel like it did. Like, this is wild. So what are they doing? Like, what are they looking up that's so explicit inside of a freaking dictionary? Like new roast words they don't know. It's just wild. It's that this one's rough for me. I just don't. During the district's 2023 summer break, officials removed at least 8 encyclopedias and 5 dictionaries. District officials also removed copies of the Guinness Book of World Records and Ripley's, believe it or not, a book for children that highlights unusual stories and hair-raising oddities according to the book's description. Other removed titles include biographies on Thurgood Marshall, the first Black Supreme Court Justice, and Anne Frank's Diary of a Young Girl. Oh my God, dude. Like a staple of my youth in school. Staple book. You're in middle school now. We're going to learn about Nazi fascism. There was one little passage in that entire book that made me lean towards inappropriate sexual content. My God. What? Anyways, okay. In total, more than 1,600 books were removed, according to a press release from PEN America, an organization advocating for freedom of speech and access to literature. The list of removed titles was provided by the Florida Freedom to Read Project, an organization challenging book bans and censorship in the state. So I'm really glad I have California. I've got like one of my my daughter's teachers is like the most open teacher ever. There is no sheltering those children in their classroom. She straight gets them ready for life. She lets them act like adults in class until they violate the rules, and then everybody loses the right to act like adults in class. But it's a very open classroom, and she gives them the freedom of speech to a certain point. Obviously, there's some things you can't say, but they read very edgy and sort of, oh my god, they wouldn't, she would be arrested in Florida probably, right? But she gets them prepared for the reality of the world they're going into, so that they're not completely blindsided when they turn 18 and they get taken advantage of by sickos out here like Jeffrey Epstein and all of his cronies. So man, I don't see the point of censoring reality from children that are about to turn into adults and go into the real world and find out how completely different the real world is from being at home with your loved ones and going to school. It's setting them up for failure. So on Wednesday, a judge ruled that the lawsuit could move forward after finding the suit had standing. In a statement following Wednesday's ruling, Katie Blankenship, director of PEN America's Florida chapter, called for the books to be returned. These books need to be returned to the shelves where they belong, and every day that students are refused access is a day they are not getting the high-quality education they deserve, Blankenship said. Other advocacy groups have decreed the far-reaching book ban. In a statement to The Guardian, the Florida Education Association, FEA, said the latest ban directly comes from the state lawmakers focused on political wins and supporting fringe anti-education groups. When leaders make policy decisions that are focused on political wins and supporting fringe anti-education groups instead of what is right for teachers, parents, and students, we end up with situations like this, where our state goes from banning books to banning words, the group said in a statement. Escambia County School District officials has said the books were not actually banned, but pulled for further review to ensure compliance with the new legislation. But in a statement to the Messenger. But less than 100 books have been reviewed thus far, the Messenger reported. Across the country, book bans have increased amid restrictive education laws, particularly in Republican-led states. Texas, Virginia, and Florida have banned the most books, U.S. News World Report said. We got a video on this? I may have added video, guys. I may have also added video. Was that cool? I thought it was cool. Did it save? Did it save? I was rushing today to get it together here. Ah! It didn't save. Bummer, dude.
How you doing, my man?
Bummer. I wouldn't go like this. Oh, I can go like that. Oh my god, I have some fucking crazy articles for you. I do. I've got craziness. More than this. This was just something that slipped through in January that a lot of people didn't know about. I have some wild stuff for you. Yeah, we can play this. That'll work.
Schools are closing in South Florida, specifically.
No, that's not it.
Kids are officially back in school. Well, some of them. Florida public schools are seeing a huge drop.
Yeah, here we go.
This is a quick video. I'm at my school right now. I just want to show you something because the state just came last week and decided what books were appropriate or inappropriate. So I'm gonna figure out how to show you.
Inappropriate.
This is a book that's been deemed inappropriate. These are the boxes of books waiting to go out. Look how big this box is. I'm gonna show you some of the titles.
Show them this one too. Black for Aviation.
Yep. We have 20th Century Writers. We have Rosemary in the Woods. American The Hauntist.
The Big Lie.
The Big Lie. Right, it's all about Judaism. Women of Nigeria. Hitler. El Salvador. These are just a few of the books that have been deemed inappropriate. Lewis and Clark. They're removing these books from our library. Jefferson Republic. I don't understand.
20th century writers.
Hate groups. So yeah, this is what's going on.
Wild, guys, wild. That was just in January. Books being removed. How are they dealing with Nicki Minaj videos? how are they? How's the MAGA dealing with Nicki Minaj videos now? How are they spinning that one? Interesting. That was just January, guys. January. Weird stuff happened also in February. It is insanity. It's a complete insanity. But there was more to that than just sexual material. They were getting rid of anything to do with anything DEI, apparently. No diversity, inclusion going on in the United States or America anymore. Too taboo. MAGA complete. Yeah, we are headed for a complete MAGA collapse here very soon, which is fine. Cheers. I've got a Polar Ginger Lime Mule seltzer water. Cheers. Healthy living. Okay, where are we going? Okay, we're going to February, guys. Going up to February. God, I really wish it would have saved. It's a bummer. I had a lot of... I'll still find it. Okay, we have a huge heist. There was a huge heist that happened in February. The biggest heist. You got a heist of 100,000 eggs. 100,000 eggs were stolen in February. The theft of approximately 100,000 eggs. Guys, I love eggs. Egg prices were through the roof in February. That was outrageous. Like I was looking for egg farmers. Did I find? Yeah, I did. We ate a lot of eggs. Egg prices were like, God. It was like $14 for an 18 pack here at one point. Maybe even $15 in California. California eggs are expensive already because in California you have to be California compliant with your chickens. That does not mean that your dozen is a 10 round capacity, but part of the thing is if you're going to raise chickens for eggs in California, which this is kind of dumb. This is really kind of dumb. You have to have enough room for the chicken to spread its wings. Okay. Fine, right? Flying chickens, happy chickens, yada yada. The thing is, for a lot of these chickens, what happens is if they don't cuddle next to each other, they don't keep warm, then you have to install extra lighting because they have room to flap. They lose their heat in these chicken coops. So you have to completely redo the chicken coops. B, if they flap their wings, a lot of these chickens will injure themselves inside of the coop and break wings. Right? So these are two things that raised the cost of eggs in California. And it was really, to me, it was a really dumb law. Like, having a tight chicken coop is the way you're supposed to have them. It is not inhumane to have a chicken next to a chicken. They like being next to each other for warmth and security reasons. It makes them more relaxed. They lay more eggs. They're healthier. So we put in regulation here to where they have to be able to run around and spread their wings and fly. So California egg prices are already high. It got so bad around the United States and other parts that people started stealing eggs. So in Pennsylvania, the theft of approximately 100,000 eggs from the back of a distribution trailer in central Pennsylvania is under investigation, authorities say, as the grocery staple has become scarce in some areas due to the avian flu outbreak. And prices are reaching near record highs. The eggs worth an estimated $40,000 were stolen from egg producers Pete and Gary's Organics in Greencastle Saturday night, according to a report from the Pennsylvania State Police. Pete and Gary's is aware of a recent incident in Franklin County, Pennsylvania, and we are actively working with law enforcement to investigate, the company said in a statement to CNN Tuesday. We take this matter seriously and are committed to resolving it as quickly as possible. Due to the ongoing investigation, we cannot comment any further on this matter, the statement said. The egg industry has faced considerable challenges in recent months with the resurgence of the avian flu outbreak that has killed millions of egg-laying hens. Nearly half of all birds killed by the virus in 2024 were egg-laying hen deaths that occurred in November and December, according to the USDA. Let's see if we can get a video of it. About eggs.
And heist reflects the desperation over eggs in the U.S. Authorities in southern Pennsylvania investigating the theft of about 100,000 eggs from the back of a truck at this distribution center. The take worth an estimated $40,000. It comes as eggs are in much shorter supply and prices are spiking. At Waffle Houses across the country, the menus now...
What do you do with all those eggs? You sell them. Like, no, like legit. Like there's black market. Like, okay, so you're probably not going to sell these eggs to like your mom and pop or your Walmarts or your Safeways or your big stores. But these little mom and pop shops around the corner, believe me, this is how it works. Let's say you've got... It's scandalous. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it happen. I've seen people who get donations. Let's say a food bank, right? The food bank gets donations, or there's a representative from the food bank, and they go to a grocery store and they get donated food. They get vegetables, carrots, celery, whatever it is, produce or poultry. And they'll take it. Oh, thank you. It's going to the food bank or a church. Oh, God bless you guys. The next thing you know, you see them at 10:30 p.m. at night behind one of the mom and pop grocery markets with their trunk popped, selling that produce to the store. I have seen it. You cannot convince me otherwise. I have seen it happen firsthand. I have seen that happen. Or like if you're in a large retailer, really large retailers that get a lot of milk, dairy. Dairy is notorious for this. The dairy truck drivers on their route, they will short the larger companies milk off their load. Like they'll do any trick possible. They'll have the center of crates in the middle of the delivery empty, and so you won't get an accurate count. They'll take 5 crates of milk, 4 crates of milk from one store, 4 from another, and on their way home, they stop by one of these little marketplaces and start selling the milk. Start selling the milk under the table to them, throw a couple extra bucks in their pocket. You're talking a lot of scandalous stuff that happens like that. So that's where you would get rid of your eggs. You would go to these little mom and pop shops, offer them a cut. They'd be able to sell eggs at a cheaper price and and make more money.
I'll say there will be a temporary 50-cent surcharge for every egg you order. A tough hit since eggs are Waffle House's most ordered item. At grocery stores across the country, shoppers are frustrated.
It's outrageous. I just don't understand why
Eggs for dope? I got the plug, foo.
egg prices gotta be so high.
Is it going to change the way you kind of cook and shop?
It is, because I don't get that many eggs now.
The price of eggs spiked 2 years ago and is now spiking again, jumping 50 cents per dozen just between November and December. And in some places, eggs aren't available at all.
I went in and by God, they had everything but eggs.
The main culprit, a devastating outbreak of avian flu across much of the U.S., egg-laying hens having to be culled by the millions.
Just in the last year alone, we've had to euthanize more than 40 million birds, and we started this year by euthanizing an additional 15 million.
You fry your eggs in THC oil and add celery salt and pepper? Oh my God. That's gotta be wild. How much milligrams of THC do you fry your eggs in?
Birds because of this deadly virus. It's absolutely devastating.
Also, strong consumer demand has fueled the shortage and the price spikes. The demand for eggs typically higher during the holiday season. And like many other crises these days, politics has crept in. President Trump mentioned eggs a few times on the campaign trail last year.
Eggs, all of this stuff, it's gone up at levels that nobody has ever seen before.
Trump promised to bring food prices down on day one. Now that the egg crisis has persisted, Trump's team has blamed former President Biden.
2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
But the reality, analysts say, is that the egg crisis is something no president can really control.
It's not President Biden's fault. It's not President Trump's fault. You know, it's what's going on in the industry and a virus.
And according to the Department of Agriculture, we'll have to endure spiking egg prices for a while longer. They're expected to increase another 20% this year.
I wish I could give people a little light at the end of the tunnel, but we need a sustained period where we have no new outbreaks to allow our industry to recover.
And we may need to brace for a ripple effect from the spike in egg prices. One marketing exec from a top grocery store chain says products made with eggs, things ranging from pasta to mayonnaise, could also get much more expensive.
Well, it all did, and it still is. Eggs have gone down, though. Like, the eggs came down. They didn't stay up. Like they said, you can't blame Biden. You can't blame Trump on the price of eggs. The avian flu was the cause of the price of the spike. Everybody knew it, but it was great. It was great to fuck with people for the first quarter of this term. With egg prices still rising. But yeah, they went down. Just other things are still going up. Like, man, the tariffs hit us hard. That really kind of screwed us up. So that was February, guys. By February, people were stealing eggs by the hundreds of thousands. On top of everything else that was going on. On top of everything else, eggs. Eggs. There was also cool discoveries being made, though. It wasn't all eggs. Where we got it? Right here. Right here. Maybe I like the ocean. I like the ocean. Researchers captured the first ever photos of the living colossal squid nearly 2,000 feet deep off the South Sandwich Islands. I mean, look at this thing. Here, I'll get it. Excuse me. I've got a raspiness. Look at this thing. Look at the detail behind this thing. Like, look at this squid. 2,000 feet deep in our ocean. That thing is wild. Look at the intricacy on it. The colossal squid. Look at tentacles. Crazy colors. Crazy photoelectric. Or maybe that's a reflection off the light. It might be. I'm sure this thing generates its own light, though. Which is just a miracle in itself. Look at the intricate dots on it. It's just the coolest stuff. Right underneath, right in our own ocean on this. God. You can't tell. This is... Aliens are real. Like, if we got stuff like this in our ocean, think what's in space. Aliens are real. Very cool. We'll check out the article real quick. Let's see if I can go back. Can I go back? Oh my god. Yeah, here we go. Palo Alto, California. An international team of scientists and crew on board Schmidt Ocean Institute's research vessel Falkor was the first to film the colossal squid in its natural environment. The 30-centimeter juvenile squid, nearly 1 foot long, was captured on video at a depth of 600 meters by the Institute's remotely operated vehicle, Sebastian. The sighting occurred on March 9th on an expedition near the South Sandwich Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. This year is the 100-year anniversary of the identification and formal naming of the colossal squid, a member of the glass squid family. Additionally, on January 25th, a team of the previous Falkor expedition filmed the first confirmed footage of the glacial glass squid in the Southern Ocean near Antarctica. Very cool. Very cool. I like sea life. I like sea life. I'm a big fan. I like salmon. I like fish. You have a giant pet squid? Nice. Only a face a mother could love. I've never had squid eggs. Yeah, no, that would be weird. That would be weird. When was this? When was this discovery made? Was this March? I think we're in March, guys. Yeah, this was in March. April got a little more weird. April, people started losing their minds in April, I feel like. Things got a little rough in April. There was a neighborhood incident with a road rage incident. Deadly road rage incident that kind of went viral. I don't know if you guys heard this one. I'm just gonna play it for you. This is in April.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
That is 44-year-old Christina Solometto being put into a Prospect Park police car, but you may know her by this, now viral video. Police say the Ridley Park mother is the woman seen getting out of her car and, yes, defecating on the hood of the car of another woman. She's seen getting right back into her black Nissan we saw parked outside of her home tonight.
They were both headed in the same direction.
The homegirl dropped a deuce on her neighbor's car in traffic.
They both lived not far from one another, and the woman in the dark colored car thought the woman was following her, where she was actually just going home.
The incident happened Tuesday evening near the corner of 4th and Madison, a half a block away from a Little League field where the Delco defecator video has left some neighbors speechless.
I don't know. It's been running through my mind all day since I've heard about it.
Just another day in Delco.
Solometto was booked on charges including indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and
look at that smile. She's like, yeah. That's what's up. Yeah.
Misdemeanor depositing waste on the highway. As she was getting arrested, Solometto says,
I have a sickness.
She didn't elaborate on the sickness, but the bizarre case has now gotten international attention. Not the kind this police chief wants.
It can't happen in this community. No town wants this to happen in their town. I mean, the recognition a town gets over this kind of thing, it's really unwelcome. We don't want this.
Well, you got it, buddy. Oh, God. You ever get so pissed off at a road rage incident, you just gotta drop your pants and take a dump? This is why we can't have nice things, yeah. Okay, so that was April. By May. By May, things were already pretty weird. weirder. We'll get in. I can't even. I don't even know if I can. Let me see. Nope, I'm not going to. Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to play a video on this. I will read it to you. I will read it to you because I will not play a video, and I will tell you why. Hold on. I'm going to read it to you over here. So back in, oh God, back in April, I was trolling a MAGA in the chat, and I had put a video up of a pufferfish eating a carrot that was out of water. I made a video of me burning on him, and me having the pufferfish out of water eating a carrot, saying, "Oh, look at him get the orange man," got me a community guidelines strike for animal cruelty. By just showing the pufferfish, and it's a video on YouTube. Like it's just a pufferfish video where the pufferfish is eating a carrot, and then takes a bite of it. But anything animal related, with anything, I want to be very careful to not get another animal cruelty violation by showing a pufferfish eat a carrot and then saying, "Look at you, get the orange man." So, anyways, yeah, I know, it was wild. It was so wild. In May, a cat was caught smuggling drugs into a prison in Costa Rica. I shit you not. So I'm gonna read this to you. I'm gonna bring this over here. So guards in Costa Rica have intercepted an unusual prison drug delivery, catching a cat as it jumped over the periphery fence at night with marijuana and crack taped to its body. The black and white feline, carrying over 230 grams of marijuana and 67 grams of crack cocaine in 2 packages, was captured this month at a prison in the canton of Pososi, the Justice Ministry said in a statement last week. The ministry shared a video of a guard climbing a perimeter fence to catch the cat. Later, the feline is seen on a prison table while guards carefully cut the packages from its tiny body and remove the drugs from its fur. Thanks to quick actions on the guards, the feline was caught and the packages were removed, thus preventing them from reaching the inmates, said the ministry. Man, that is like, God, you gotta be... What? How you gonna... Okay, I can't even wrap my head around this one. According to BBC, prison officials handed the cat over to the National Animal Health Services for evaluation. Some social media commenters poked fun at the incident, and how many years in prison will the cat get, one person commented. Other voiced outrage and sympathy for the cat. I'm going for that. How cruel, one commenter wrote. Poor little kitty. I'm more of the sympathy for the cat kind of guy. Like, but how bad off do you got to be to train a cat to bring you drugs? Like, that takes 2 people. Like, God damn, dude. Get some help. My drugs. Dang. The kitty caper. That's wild, dude. Yeah, I agree. Poor kitty. Like, fucking using a kitty cat to fucking mule drugs around. Like, God. People suck so bad. So that was by me. We're using cats as a species to smuggle drugs in and out of prisons. June. This is a wild story. This is kind of wild. So this woman allegedly married ex-boyfriend without his knowledge. sent a gift bag with a certificate. Anybody ever get married and not know you got married? I'm not talking with like booze involved. Anybody ever had a stalker? This is stalker ass aura vibes here. Beverly Hills, Texas. A woman was arrested after she allegedly convinced a reverend and county clerk to allow her to marry her ex-boyfriend without his knowledge or consent. According to a news release from Beverly Hills Police Department obtained by Law and Crime, a man called 911 after he received a disturbing package on his front porch from an ex-girlfriend. The 42-year-old man reported that he had been out of his house all day when he returned home to find a package from his ex-girlfriend sitting on the property, with the ex-girlfriend being identified as 36-year-old Kristen Spearman. She's definitely on the hunt. The man said that he opened the box to find a gift bag from Bath Body Works full of products from the store per the release. Beneath the bag were two documents. One was a picture of Spearman holding what appears to be a marriage license showing them married and officiated by a local reverend, and the other was a copy of the marriage certificate filed with the county's clerk office, the outlet reported. The man told police that he had been in a relationship with Spearman and that the pair decided they would get marriage licenses with the intent of getting married, but they had an argument shortly after applying for the licenses, and the victim decided that he did not want to marry her. Nonetheless, Spearman allegedly received a marriage license, although it was still required certification and filing.
January. You can drop off electronics, anything from Androids to Apple Watches, at any Campbell County police station. Donations will help protect victims of scams, domestic violence survivors, and more.
How do I stop that? Oh, there. It was found during the follow-up investigation with the Reverend that Kristen Spearman, pursuant to the scheme of obtaining a marriage certificate, convinced the Reverend to certify the victim and Kristen in the holy union of matrimony without the knowledge of the victim and his required presence. The release reportedly said, "What the hell did she do with that Reverend to get him to certify a marriage without the other party being there?" Like, how? What the dude? How do you certify a marriage without another person being there? And you're a reverend. Spearman then allegedly took the certified license to the county clerk's office, where it was filed as a certificate of official marriage. After the marriage was made official, Spearman reportedly created the package, put together the gift bag, and placed it on the victim's front porch. Police confronted Spearman at her home and arrested her on charge of third-degree felony stalking. She has allegedly since been released from custody. I don't think in 23 years I've never heard of anybody who managed somehow to get married to someone who wasn't present for a ceremony, Beverly Hills Chief of Police Corey Martin told local outlet AWKT. I've talked to the victim and he's going through a significant process to try to fix this at this point, so that's a whole different situation. How do you even legally, like, oh my god, the nightmare you got to go through just to freaking prove that you weren't there. Like, how does that Reverend get away with that? That's what I want to know.
A 36-year-old woman is being held on felony stalking charges in a bizarre case where a wedding was held without the groom. Fox 44's Zoria Goodley joins us now live in the studio to help us understand what happened. Zoria.
Thanks, MG. Traditionally, when a couple gets married, both parties say "I do." But this 42-year-old man in Beverly Hills claims to law enforcement that he didn't know. According to a press release from the Beverly Hills Police Department, the resident reported on June 13th that he'd come home to a package on his property left by his ex-girlfriend. The package was a gift bag from Bath & Body Works containing products and a surprise. A picture of his ex-girlfriend Kristen Spearman holding what appears to be a marriage license, showing them married and officiated by a local reverend, and a copy of the marriage certificate filed with the county clerk's office. Today, I spoke with the Beverly Hills Chief of Police, Corey Martin, who says he's never seen anything like this.
So I gotta feel like, as a reverend, like, I feel like, okay, cool. You gotta have your ability to marry people yanked for life after that. At that point, you can't be allowed to marry people anymore. There has to be some sort of repercussions to that, man. Like, dude, the legal hardship, the nightmare that guy must be going through, getting married and not even being there. That's just god awful to me. God awful.
When I was talking to the lieutenant, I said, I don't think in 23 years I've ever heard of anybody who managed somehow to get married to someone who wasn't present for a ceremony. I've talked to the victim, and he's going through a significant process to try to have to fix this at this point. And so that's a whole nother situation. Is not only you have the concern of what does that mean for my safety, my property, you know, which is a huge conversation in this, but also what do I have to do to fix it?
According to the press release, the victim reported that he'd been in a relationship with Spearman and they had decided to obtain marriage licenses on or about June 2nd, 2025. However, after that application and license was issued, the couple got into an argument and the victim told her he no longer wanted to be in a relationship. During a follow-up investigation, police learned that Kristen Spearman convinced the local reverend to perform a marriage ceremony without the victim even knowing or being present. After that, she went to the county clerk's office and filed the marriage certificate as if it were official. With assistance from the Hewitt Police Department, Spearman was located at her Hewitt address and taken into custody with an arrest warrant for third-degree felony stalking. This is an ongoing investigation, and at this time, the Beverly Hills Police Department is not releasing any information on the ceremony officiate to prevent harassment and influence as they continue with the case. We will provide more updates on the story as they are made available. In the studio, I'm Zoria Goodley, Fox 44 News. MG, back to you.
I don't understand. Like, where do you even start legally at that point to try to get that annulled? Like, where do you even start? Do you file for a divorce? Do you go to you go to court to... And what if she doesn't get served the papers? What if she just dodges the paper serving? I mean, she got a release, so you can't serve her in jail. You can't hire anybody to go serve her. Where do you start? Do you go to personal injury lawyer? Do you go to pro bono lawyer? I don't know. That's got to cost that guy like $1,000. He's got to sue her. He's got to sue the pants off her to get his money back. Whatever he spends. I can't imagine getting married to somebody and not being there. Dude, who does that? That's the wildest shit ever. Only in Texas. That was June. June. We were getting married to people that weren't there as a species. What else we got? How about kangaroos in Alabama? This is July. Tuskegee, Alabama, a runaway kangaroo named Sheila shut down a stretch of interstate in Alabama on Tuesday before state troopers and the animal's owner wrangled the wayward marsupial. The Alabama law enforcement agency said the kangaroo was spotted Tuesday hopping along the side of Interstate 85 in McClellan County, which is between Montgomery and Auburn. The sight snarled traffic and state troopers shut down both sides of the interstate for the safety of motorists. The animal's owners and troops were able to capture it. Is it legal to have a kangaroo in Alabama? Captain Jeremy Burkett of Alabama Law Enforcement Agency said, "When somebody said there was a kangaroo, of course I didn't believe it, and nobody believed it. But I'm looking at him. Macomb County Sheriff Andre Brunson said in a Facebook Live video as the animal was captured. The owner used a dart to tranquilize the animal. The owner used a dart to tranquilize. So the owner had a tranquilizer dart? What the fuck is going on in Alabama? Brunson's video showed the drugged kangaroo being carried to a vehicle to be returned to its home. The animal was captured on the side of the interstate between Tuskegee and Auburn, the sheriff said. We got some Aussies in the chat. How dangerous are kangaroos? I need to know. Hey, Aussie Steve. Steve, you got kangaroos. I know you got kangaroos. Do you need to drug a kangaroo to get it home? Is that the only way? Was it like in cahoots with the cat that was smuggling dope into a prison? We see a little bit of everything here, the sheriff said. The animal's owner, Patrick Starr, told the Associated Press that the animal's name is Sheila and that she escaped from her enclosure. She's back home safe. She's up. She's not sedated anymore. She's eating, she's drinking, she's not injured, Starr said. The kangaroo was treated by the Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine, he said. The family runs a pumpkin patch. Oh, okay, a petting zoo. But Sheila is just a personal pet, so she's not even part of the petting zoo. She's a sweet pet. I'm glad she's back home, and I'm glad everybody slowed down a little bit, of course. Who wouldn't? Who? Don't fuck with a kangaroo. Okay. They're hella dangerous. Like legit. Not a chance. Big Reds are a different breed. So there's different breeds of kangaroo. Okay. I hear my grandmother yell, "It's a kangaroo," Price said. He assumed it was probably a deer until he looked. And yeah, it's a kangaroo. That's wild. That looks like a really small kangaroo. That doesn't look like a big kangaroo. It's a tiny one. Tiny kangaroo.
A traffic jam in Alabama.
Yeah.
What the?
Something must have got loose. They've been stopping. They got cops all up and down the road.
What the hell? Where are you going, buddy?
Maybe he's on the way to go find the enforcer's drone. That was July. August, the animals started fighting back. This is kind of a wild one in August. Let me find this one. This is a wild story. In August, I didn't hear about this at all, and I was paying attention to French nuclear news a lot because France was going through a crisis to where their nuclear supplies were being interrupted by Russia through Niger and I believe it was Kazakhstan. They weren't getting enough nuclear energy for their reactors. Because of current sanctions and because of current things that are happening with Russia and obviously the war, there was interruptions in the supply to France from Niger and Kazakhstan, which both I think Wagner was down in Niger at the time, and I believe it could be Uzbekistan. It's either Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan. Those are the two major suppliers of nuclear power to France, and then France is 80% ran off of nuclear energy. So this is kind of a hot topic for me. What I didn't, and I know now we have, I believe it's in somewhere down south in one of the southern states. We're letting France build a nuclear facility to develop energy to power their infrastructure. but that's in the works. It's going to take a couple years to build. Anyways, there was more stuff going on with their nuclear plants. France, largest nuclear plant, was brought to a halt by jellyfish. Jellyfish. A nuclear power plant in North France hit by a jellyfish invasion was getting back online Wednesday, operator EDF said, that with the service restored at the first of the four closed reactors. The Gravelines facility near Dunkirk on the French coast is the largest nuclear power plant in Western Europe with 6 900-megawatt reactors. 4 of its reactors were shut down on Sunday and Monday after a swarm of jellyfish clogged cooling pumps. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been near a nuclear reactor. I have actually had the wonderful opportunity of swimming in the exhaust of a nuclear reactor. Absolutely snorkeling while swimming around chasing sea turtles and eels and wild dolphins off the coast of Hawaii in the exhaust of a nuclear reactor. Against my wishes? No. Unbeknownst to me, I was in the exhaust of a nuclear reactor. Really cool little ecosystem they have though on these exhaust pipes, because all the fish from the whole island, they have this little mini ecosystem there, because the water that pumps out of these nuclear reactors is super warm, like really like hot, warm water. Not that Hawaii has cold water anyways, but it moves. It's flowing water, so it moves you back and forth outside these reactors. And inside, right out of the exhaust, like right below the exhaust port, it's a big cage, obviously tunnel that comes out of the ground, and they have fish. There's just like a bunch of fish outside of these exhaust ports, and it's a whole little micro ecosystem there, because they have every species of fish from around the island have their little home, little cove in this little spot. And it wasn't big. Like the whole ecosystem, it was probably, I'm going to say 40 by 40 feet, 40 feet by 40 feet. But it was cool because you could go there and actually view like every species of fish from around. And I think they were smaller even. They seem, in my mind, from what I remember, they were smaller. It was really cool. Anyways, these exhaust ports, they lead directly in and out of the ocean. And apparently, a swarm of jellyfish just came and got sucked into one of these exhausts and blocked it from flowing. Reactor number 6 restarted at 7:30 a.m. this morning. An EDF spokeswoman told AFP, adding that the work was still going on to bring 3 other reactors back online in the coming days. How crazy is that? Like a nuclear plant could go down from jellyfish. Like, we are in way over our heads as a species with nuclear energy. The plant's other 2 units are offline for maintenance. The incident had not affected the safety of the facilities, personnel, or the environment, the operator said. The Gravelines plant was also disrupted by jellyfish in the 1990s, and the creatures have caused plants to close in the past in the United States, Sweden, and Japan. Experts say overfishing, plastic pollution, and climate change have created conditions allowing jellyfish to thrive and reproduce. Plastic pollution. Plastic pollution. Overfishing, plastic pollution. How does plastic pollution help jellyfish thrive? I gotta read up on that. Very interesting. Nuclear power accounts for around 3/5 of French electricity's output, and what did I say, 80%? 3/5, 80% French electricity output, and the country boasts one of the globe's largest nuclear power programs. France has 18 nuclear power plants with a total of 57 reactors. All eyes on France, man. Yikes. That's a lot of power for that little country. A lot. We got, what, 10 minutes left? 10 minutes left. Where are we at? That was August, September. I got time? Yeah, we're going to try to hit it out. September. At the end of September, we had Gen Z protesters in Nepal overtaking their government. What began as a Gen Z-led social media movement against the lavish lifestyles of Nepo kids led to ousting of a prime minister and the deadliest social unrest Nepal has seen in years. Now comes the complicated question of what happens next. Plumes of dark smoke towered above soldiers, enforcing a curfew on the quiet streets of Kathmandu Wednesday morning as rumors swirled about a possible meeting between the leaders, Gen Z movement, and the army and the president. An uneasy calm seemed to have settled after 2 nights of chaos that saw tens of thousands of people pour onto the streets to vent their fury, setting fire to Parliament and the Supreme Court, key symbols of state, and clashing with the government forces sent to keep them under control. 30 people have been killed and more than 1,000 wounded in the clashes, according to the health ministry. Now, I haven't really kept up on this, but I remember the main issue they were having was it was social media. They were shutting down social media apps. Word quickly spread in the Himalayan country of 30 million that a government ban last week on more than 24 social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, added fuel to the fire. You cannot fuck with people's social media. People want freedom of speech. They want to be able to keep in touch with others. Man. We're seeing this in Iran right now, too. I know that, shout out to Nick at Nick Suda at InTime, he was covering on Iran. Iran is going through it right now, too. I don't know where we're at on that. I haven't kept up, but he did a really good stream the other day with breaking news that the police in Iran were shooting protesters, gunning them down. So I'll check in on that, too. I don't know where that ended on Nepal. It's not really relevant to what we cover on the channel, but interesting to see how people react when you try to take away the things that are important to them, like staying in contact with the rest of the world. I'd like to see Russia do the same thing. It would be nice. Next, October, thieves disguised as construction workers pulled off one of the biggest heists in modern history. Jewels stolen from the Louvre Museum in Paris, valued at 102 million. Royal jewels stolen from the Louvre Museum in Paris in a brazen daylight robbery over the weekend have been valued at more than $100 million, a French prosecutor said. It is important to remember that this damage is an economic damage, but it is nothing compared to the historical damage caused by this theft. Paris public prosecutor Laure Boussau said in an interview on Tuesday. I think they actually caught the guys who did this. I think they caught them. I'm pretty sure they got caught. I'm pretty sure these guys got caught. But they took a
One of the world's most famous museums is a crime scene. Priceless jewels were stolen from the Louvre in a brazen robbery in broad daylight. France's
They took heavy equipment and they bashed in the side of the building and they grabbed the jewels and ran. I think they got caught. But look at some of these jewels, man. Artwork. Diamonds. My diamonds.
Looks like it came from a piece from the Louvre. That's unlikely, so I'm very concerned about the pieces. That being said, I think that the authorities have some good clues to follow up on that might lead them to the thieves.
Yeah, Anthony, I think it's fair to call you something.
Pretty sure they caught the guys, but wow. Daylight super bank heist robberies happening in France. Where are we? That was October. November. I cannot air this one either. I can't air this, and I had to fact check it. This is crazy. So not only Oklahoma is reducing the penalties on cockfighting. by allowing robotic participation in the fights. They are going to have roosters fighting robots in Alabama. I shit you not. Roosters fighting robots in Alabama. Oklahoma City bill introduced by Oklahoma lawmakers seek to make changes to the state's cockfighting laws by reducing the penalties for participating or allowing robotic participation in the fights. But opponents of cockfighting argue that reducing the penalty would send the wrong message to Oklahomans about the cruel and outdated form of entertainment. They said the voters of the state passed a ballot measure in 2002, making it a felony to own, possess, keep, or train fowl with the intent of cockfighting and carry a penalty of up to 10 years in prison and up to $25,000 in fines. Representative Justin Humphrey, Arlane, authored House Bills 1313 and 1326, which respectively attempt to reduce the penalty for cockfighting to a misdemeanor and allow a fowl to fight a robot if the rooster is unharmed. So they're going to have chickens fighting roosters in Oklahoma, but as long as the chicken doesn't get hurt. This is what's important to America, guys. That's what's important. All right, come December, not much other than, some college kids got caught skinning a bear inside of their shared dorm. Their shared dorm kitchen, and they didn't even get in trouble. They actually hunted down a bear, legally hunted down a bear, took it inside of their shared dorm room with other college students, and processed the animal there. And it was just so wild that it happened that there wasn't even a policy at Cornell University to stop them from doing this. They didn't get in trouble at all. Can you imagine walking in and all of a sudden you see some of your classmates and they're just skinning a bear out? I remember I was taking down a wild pig on my porch in the middle of the night, and some of my neighbors came by and saw me hacking this wild boar on my porch, and the little girl that was with them screamed. I felt so bad, and she went running off, and they creep around the corner to see what I was doing, and I'm just hacking the head off of this pig. I needed the meat. It was good meat. But I'll never forget that scream. I terrified him. All right, it is pouring rain in LA, guys. Universal Studios.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Just make it to 2 minutes live stream.
They're counting down. 2 minutes to go, guys. 2 minutes to go. New Year's in California. Not even that. 44 seconds, guys.
Mr. A with a big super chat.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds to the New Year's. We're going to wrap up this god-awful year, and we're going to stay optimistic. We have goals, right? 20 seconds. 15.
Mr. A, thank you so much.
So get those hands in the air and count down with us. In
10, 9.
This is it.
8.
This is it.
7,
I love you.
6.
Come on, internet. Please
5,
hold. Please hold.
4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's, guys. California's officially in the new year. Last but not least. Yay! Fireworks! We made it. We lived. We lived. We lived under the realm of this authoritative regime. We made 1 year. Happy New Year, Rowan. We did it. We got 1 year in the books. 3 years left to go. Hopefully less of this administration. But guys, hey, it has been a wild freaking year, yeah? It's been a wild year. We've seen so much. We've had so much news. Guys, we've done a lot of good too on this channel. We've fundraised probably, I'm thinking in the realm of $22,000 in aid in this small little YouTube channel for Ukraine. It's the primary focus of this channel. Someone's popping up a gun outside my window. Someone just popped off a gun. There's gonna be gunshots all night. I have my kids laid down in my living room right now. My daughter almost got hit with a ricochet last year. She almost caught a ricochet through her window while she was filming. She caught it on film, a bullet coming into her window. Ricocheted bullet. So we're gonna go lay down in the living room and try to survive tonight because I live in the hood. In the meantime, guys, I'm really happy with what we've been able to pull off on this channel. I'm really going to try to stay focused on it some more. I got a lot of changes happening right now financially, not positively. It's going to be a little tougher for me than it was, a lot tougher for me than it was last year. I lost a big chunk of my financial income, unfortunately. So it's really going to limit my progress this year as far as what I have personally for my goals. But I'm going to focus more on my YouTube channel. And just, take it as what it is. I don't cry over loss. I've never been one to worry about money or finances or like credit on gain. I was raised my whole life not to really care about material possessions or anything, so it doesn't take a lot to keep me happy, to keep my family fed. The main focus is going to be fundraising, and if my channel grows, honestly, guys, subscriptions. I need more subscriptions, more likes, and I know I need to stream to do that, so shame on me. Subscriptions, growing the channel so we can do more fundraising. I'd like to see us do, instead of doing $22,000 this year, I'd like to see us do 40. If we could fundraise 40. But we need the channel to grow to do that, because I know you guys have big hearts, but I don't want to crush you guys financially when we do these fundraisers. So help me help the channel grow, get it out there, share it to whoever you can. Yeah, and let's start this year off strong. We're gonna start off strong. We're gonna get back into streaming. I'll do video updates. I'm gonna work on my gaming channel too. It's not really going super fast. 149 subs on my gaming channel. Shout out to the Chunger Games. If you haven't, at the Chunger Games, subscribe to their information is in the description. That's it, guys. We made it. That's it. Yeah, subscription to the gaming channel, that'd be cool. I'd really like to get the gaming channel taken off, but stick with me here. Stick with the fundraiser. 108th Brigade pinned. If you guys could make a donation, it'd be great to start off the New Year's with a small donation to the 108th Brigade. If you could earmark it, Chungus's community or whatever, just let Paige know we're still helping. We're not going to stop helping. And then we'll just head on to the next one after we're done. All right. All right, guys. I love you to death. Thanks for spending your New Year's Eve with me and kicking it off. We're here. We're in the brand new year. Brand new things to come. And if you remember how day one started last year, it was with a Tesla burning in front of a Trump Tower in Las Vegas. So I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of news coming. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Love you guys to death. Happy New Year.
flags like they own the sky, shouting loud but they don't know why. Books untouched, their minds run dry. Truth's a stranger, they pass right by. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. They chant the words they barely know, hollow pride in a shallow show, pointing fingers where the winds don't blow, building walls where the rivers flow. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. A patriot's heart should beat with grace, not with fists or a hate-filled face. If love's the